What I can say is what Mbappe has done in his World Cups is incredible.
Top scorer World Cup 98 for France.
Incredible.
Henry was top scorer for World Cup.
What he did in that final with Messi, the way they danced, the way they gave each other the look of the shoulders each time one of them banged in a goal. I ain't never seen Henry go band for band like that in a final. He just hasn't, right? And then even the final that he won
overrated
at 18.
That final was overrated. In my
what
opinion.
he did at 18 in the World Cup, unbelievable as well. We put it with R9 in terms of the records and the, you know. So Mbappe from the international level, for me, he's cleared Henry already. I think we need to just be honest about it. He's cleared Henry already.
No.
So when we go to club level,
they've won the same international. Yeah, actually.
But what he did.
Have France won a Euros with Mbappe?
Henry was with Zidane. You know this.
Henry won a World Cup and a Euros.
He's with Zidane.
Mbappe's with Kante. He's been with Pogba.
But he's the main attacking star.
He's been with Varane.
You even said yourself.
He's been with
you even said
are these men not
You've even said yourself. Henry was Zidane's little brother on international stage.
But so was Vieira.
Mbappe ain't got no little brother. He's got Dembele.
Because
he's got Giroud, who you won't let me prop up.
Zidane's
so you know.
Do France have any icons in their team now like Zidane? No. There's not many icons in world football. Probably you can count it on two hands.
All I'm saying is
icons are different, and Henry played in a French team with an icon. There's nothing we can do about that. Listen, Brazil. You think Ronaldinho wasn't R9's little brother for Brazil when they won stuff? But Dino's an icon.
I hear it. I'm not saying Henry's not an icon. I'm just saying
Mbappe's not an icon.
Mbappe's not had the same help. I don't feel that Henry had at an international level, and even then, I think Mbappe's individual performances on an international stage has surpassed Henry.
Individual performances, I'll give you that.
Individual performances, big moments, I think he's already surpassed him. And at this young age, he's still got so much time to go. Then when we go to club level, PSG, it's only just the beginning. You know, we've seen him score at Old Trafford. We've seen him, but Henry can go for this as well. Yep. But Nou Camp, we've seen what he's done in the Champions League. Should have won it. Should have won it there. I think if he'd won the Champions League at PSG, I think this conversation would be very difficult for you. I think almost impossible for you, I'll be honest. But because he hasn't done that, I have to just go off the fact that he's just mashed work at Monaco, mashed work at PSG, he's PSG's all-time leading goal scorer, setting records left, right and centre. And now he's going to go to Real Madrid, the biggest club in the world with the biggest pressure.
And he better stand
And he's
up.
got to lead that line because he's probably going to be wearing the number 9.
And they just won the Champions League.
And you better stand up.
That's a solid case.
Stand up.
Yeah.
But look at him. You've just mentioned his and there isn't much to it because he hasn't tested himself. You know, Henry also left Monaco. It didn't work out for him at Juve. 6 months later, he goes into a new league again, Arsenal. Is he a winger? Juventus were flirting with a fullback idea. He becomes the best striker in Premier League history. Premier League history. Right now, the best league in the world of all time, top 3. In probably Premier League's best era, quality-wise, in my opinion, the 2000s. Best ever player, forget the Premier League, in English football history. So until Mbappe comes to do it in Spain, or in Italy, or dare I say it, come to England and do it, he cannot talk to Henry because internationally they won the same. Henry was dealing with an icon, that icon took centre stage. Mbappe is the equivalent in terms of he's the centre stage player at France now. But they've won the same. Actually, Henry's got a Euros. Mbappe hasn't got that yet. You can talk about a final where he scored a hat-trick. What did he do for the first 81 minutes before he got a penalty? What did he do for the first 81 minutes of that game before he got a penalty? Absolutely nothing. He bags the penalty, then he bags a beautiful goal. In extra time, what did he do apart from bagging another penalty? So you're telling me in a 120-minute game, he didn't do anything for about 116 of those minutes. But because he bagged 2 penalties and 1 wonder goal and didn't win the tournament, you're going to bring that to Henry's door. Henry's done that. He left Arsenal, became part of the most iconic at the time front 3 ever in club football, surpassed by MSN. But at that time, Henry, Eto'o, Messi scored 100 goals. They was the first to do it. They won the treble. They was the first to do it. They built the platform for what came next at Barca. People can't forget that. Yes, Henry again.
Zidane and Messi.
At Barca, he wasn't the icon.
Must be nice, hey?
He wasn't the icon at Barca.
Nice, hey? Must be nice, hey?
It must be nice.
You are included.
What did he say? If Mbappe won Champions League with PSG, it would be hard for me. Didn't they have Messi for 2 years? Didn't they have Neymar for 2 years? They had a Miami Heat front 3.
Yeah.
You had that front 3
So
where
let me
it's
ask
like,
you,
let's put the best players there. And then
So do you believe in your heart and
and
soul?
I'm saying you like it's PSG, but
Do
I
you
mean,
believe in your heart and soul that Mbappe can't overstep Henry's legacy
No,
with the
because-
rest of his career, or do you believe there's a chance and he just hasn't done it yet? Because if he hasn't done it yet, that's fair. But I believe the question is, can he? Right?
Yes.
Do you think he can? Because
Okay.
at Madrid, you know, if it gets crazy Champions League wise, if he starts racking them up,
Can I ask you two something? Honest question, don't laugh. I'm just getting somewhere, yeah? I'm going to ask you first. De Bruyne or Zidane?
Zidane.
De Bruyne or Zidane? That's crazy that you're thinking. So
I'm just trying to piss you off, Zidane. go on.
Okay. Now, if someone looks at paper and reels off statistics and reels off all of these consistency and they'd probably say, fuck, you know, look at Zidane's stats compared to this guy modern. A lot of new age fans would say De Bruyne. Zidane's an icon. You cannot predict who becomes an icon.
Yeah.
It just happens. And do I think Mbappe can become an icon? At this moment, no, because first he has the way he's maneuvered his career hasn't been the best. He's nearly come up to mid-20s, if not mid-20s already, and he hasn't tested himself in a top league. And now he's going to the best team in the world that have just won everything. So what is he going to go and level up there?
So 10 seconds, wrap it up for me now. I feel like you guys have both made solid cases. Sum it up for me in a nutshell, why you think Mbappe will surpass.
I think if Mbappe can go to the biggest club in the world and spearhead that team and take almost the mantle from Vinny, take it from Rodrigo, take it from Endrick and say, no, I am him at the biggest club and the biggest stage and rack up Champions Leagues and La Ligas, I think the legacy is going to be there regardless, whether people like it or not.
Yeah.
He's going to have put in on an international and club stage, he's going to have completed everything you need to complete.
And what are you saying to the opposite in terms of that he won't pass?
Listen, I'm going to take Henry out the equation and say Mbappe can do whatever he wants to do for the next years, rack up Champions Leagues. He will never touch an R9. He will never touch a Messi. He will never touch an Henry. He will never touch a Maradona. He will never touch these men because they're icons. They're GOATs. It's a different level.
They're your icons,
Boys,
but
I
what will the
can't
next
lie.
generation's icons be?
This generation's tapped. I don't care what
Your
the
son
icons
might
are.
say Mbappe's better than Henry. What are you going to do then?
Yeah, then he's going to get a high.
Listen, I can't lie. This has been a tough one because
It's a Turkish household, bro.
you had me going, and then I can't lie. I feel like you pulled me back towards the end, especially when you started reminding me as well that what him, Eto'o, and
Treble,
Messi
yeah,
did
yeah.
together as well, and then you also dunked back on him that Mbappe had his turn with Messi. I can't lie, Matisse.
Fair.
You got to hold
Fair
the
enough.
volcano once
Fair
again
enough.
for that one. Like you
Volcano
debated that
for
very
volcano.
well,
Fair
Turkish.
enough, fair enough.
Although I do actually agree that Mbappe, I think, will surpass eventually.
You think he'll
the
be an
Madrid
icon?
move makes it almost
You think
inevitable.
he'll become an icon?
I think once the moments that he's had at the World Cup almost inevitably make him an icon. And I think
you
at
think this
those-
Real team will work with the character
that's the
Jude
biggest
is
question. I think
and
that will
Vinicius.
be the biggest
finals-
because essentially,
them
as you,
finals for Henry got to
remember,
count for
remember
something,
they've just won a Champions
It's a
League,
shame.
so it's a case of.
The camera stopped running, mate. It's
Hey,
done.
camera's still rolling.
Well,
Argument's done.
listen, mate, I hope you guys have enjoyed that.